Scorpio, listen closely, because this is not just another message drifting through the noise of the universe. This is your last chance, a final warning wrapped in urgency, echoing like thunder across the hidden corridors of your soul, telling you that someone close, someone you thought you could trust, is not who they seem to be, and the mask they have worn for so long is starting to slip before your very eyes, revealing not love, not loyalty, but a face etched with deception, betrayal, and shadows you never imagined could be lurking so close to your heart. Imagine sitting across the table from this man, his smile calm, his words smooth, his gestures rehearsed. Yet beneath the surface, a storm of lies brews, and with every glance, every touch, every promise, he feeds you illusions meant to blind you from the truth. The universe is shaking you awake now because time is running out. And if you keep ignoring the signs, you risk giving away not just your trust, but your very energy, your spirit, your light, to someone who is only here to drain it. Scorpio, your intuition has whispered this to you before. Those uneasy chills in your chest when he speaks too sweetly, the restless dreams that leave you unsettled, the coincidences that feel too sharp to be accidental, all of these were warnings from the cosmos that a mask was hiding the real story. You are known as the sign of truth, of transformation, the one who can pierce through lies and uncover secrets buried beneath centuries of silence. And now the universe is demanding you use that gift. This is not fear-mongering. This is divine intervention. You must see clearly, because the longer you stay in the fog of deception, the more power you hand over to someone unworthy of your trust. Let this moment be the crack of lightning that splits the sky of your life, forcing you to look directly at what you've been avoiding, because when the mask falls completely, you will either shatter from the betrayal or rise above it with the clarity that you deserve so much more. The choice, Scorpio, is yours, but make no mistake, the universe has spoken and it is telling you, do not let this man fool you any longer. Scorpio, now that the warning has pierced the silence, let us step closer to the shadow where the mask begins to crumble, because this man, the one who moves near you like a familiar presence, is not just another passerby in your story. He is a mirror dressed in disguise, a wolf cloaked in velvet, playing a double game with such precision that you almost believed his script was truth. Look carefully when he smiles. There is a flicker in his eyes when he offers support. There is hesitation in his touch. When he speaks of loyalty, his words taste of ash, for nothing that springs from his lips is meant to last. The universe shows us that deception does not wear ragged clothes. It dresses itself in comfort, in laughter, in companionship, because it knows betrayal stings deepest when it comes from the one who sits closest to your fire. He has studied you, Scorpio, your strengths, your vulnerabilities, your silence, your dreams, and in knowing you so well, he thought he could play both sides, the ally in the light and the saboteur in the dark. But what he did not expect is that your spirit has always been watching, that your soul can feel the tremors of truth even before your mind dares to acknowledge them. Imagine a stage where the spotlight exposes the actor who forgets his lines, his mask slipping, his costume torn. The illusion shatters and the audience sees the fraud beneath the glitter. That is what is happening now. His rehearsed gestures are faltering, his perfect mask is cracking, and the universe is pulling back the curtain so you can finally see who he really is. Do not let the softness of his words or the history you share blind you from the reality of his intentions. For the mask is not protection anymore, it is a prison of lies. And once you see through it, he loses his power over you completely. Scorpio, this is the moment where you rise, not with rage, but with clarity, because the greatest revenge against a deceiver is not anger. It is exposure. It is choosing to no longer be fooled. And in that moment you take back everything he thought he had stolen. Your trust, your peace, your power. Scorpio, once the mask begins to slip, the universe does not stay silent. It amplifies its whispers into echoes that ripple through your days and nights. subtle signs weaving themselves into your path, urging you to notice what you have been trying to dismiss. Have you felt the sudden chill in a room when his presence enters, the way your heartbeat grows uneasy even when nothing seems wrong, the restless dreams that replay faces and places you cannot quite explain? These are not coincidences. They are cosmic signals, alarms from the unseen, reminding you that something is out of balance. The candle that flickers without wind, the phone call that comes at the strangest hour, the words you overhear that feel like they were meant for your ears alone, all of them are threads of warning, woven by divine hands into the fabric of your daily life. Sometimes the universe speaks through synchronicities, the same numbers repeating on clocks, license plates, receipts, as if time itself is screaming, "Pay attention, Scorpio. The truth is near." And then there are the moments when animals behave strangely. When your cat stares into the corner as if it sees a shadow. When a bird crosses your path in an unusual way, these are guardians of energy trying to guide you away from harm. You see, Scorpio, your intuition is not random paranoia. It is a finely tuned antenna aligned with the cosmos, and every uneasy feeling has been a red flag painted in divine ink across your spirit. What is hidden cannot stay hidden forever, and the universe, in its infinite mercy, is giving you clues before the betrayal cuts too deep. Do not ignore these signs, for they are the lanterns on the dark road, showing you the face behind the mask, revealing the truth before it strikes. Trust them, Scorpio, because they are your shield, your warning and your salvation. Scorpio, when the truth finally pierces the veil, and the betrayal is no longer just a whisper, but a revelation, the wound it leaves behind is not small, it is vast, stretching through your chest like a crack across sacred glass. Fragile yet unbroken, shimmering with both pain and awakening. Betrayal is not simply an action, it is an earthquake that shakes the foundations of trust, a poison poured slowly into the chalice of your heart, sweet at first, deadly at last. It is the knife hidden in a bouquet of roses, the storm disguised as gentle rain, and when it comes from someone you allowed close to your fire, the impact cuts deeper than any stranger's blade ever could. You may feel shattered, disoriented, questioning not only him but yourself, wondering how your eyes could not see what your soul had been whispering all along. Yet, Scorpio, do not mistake your pain for weakness. This ache is proof that you loved with sincerity, that your heart was open enough to believe, that you are capable of giving what many are too afraid to share. Yes, the sting of betrayal burns, but within its flames lies your initiation into a higher truth, the recognition that not everyone who smiles is a friend, not every hand that reaches out deserves to be held, and not every voice that calls you by name has love in its tone. This pain, as brutal as it feels, is the breaking of illusions, and while illusions may crumble, your essence remains intact, resilient, and luminous. Let the tears fall if they must, let the silence hold you if it needs to. But know this, betrayal does not define you, it refines you. It sculpts you into the one who sees beyond masks, who cannot be fooled twice, who walks forward with scars that glow like armor under the cosmic light. You are not destroyed, Scorpio. You are being reshaped into the truth seeker you were always meant to be. Scorpio, in the ashes of betrayal rises your greatest weapon, the power of intuition, the sacred compass that has always lived within you, guiding you through storms even when logic could not. Your intuition is not a fragile whisper. It is the steady drumbeat of your soul, the lantern glowing in darkness, the hawk's vision that sees far beyond what ordinary eyes can perceive. You have always been the sign that feels what others hide, sensing truths unspoken, reading emotions masked behind practiced smiles, and now the universe is reminding you to trust this ancient gift more than ever. When something in you stirs uneasily at his words, when your chest tightens though, his tone sounds sweet, when silence between you feels heavy though nothing has been said, that is your intuition warning you, wrapping its arms around your spirit, saying, "Pay attention, you already know. Intuition is the sacred language of the cosmos speaking through your body, and Scorpio, you are fluent in it, even when you doubt yourself. Think back to the times you ignored that inner voice. How often did it prove itself right in the end? And remember the times you listened, how it saved you from storms you could not yet see. This is your inheritance, your divine shield. And when betrayal seeks to shake your foundation, intuition becomes the unshakable ground you stand upon. Others may call it suspicion, others may call it paranoia, but you know it as truth, as clarity, as foresight. For Scorpio was never born to live blind. You were born to pierce veils, to uncover secrets, to transform darkness into wisdom. Trust this gift because it has never abandoned you, and in trusting it you reclaim your power. You silence the lies. You step into the unshakable truth that no mask, no man, no betrayal can ever rob you of your sight again. Scorpio, step back with me now and look at this not only through human eyes, but through the eyes of the cosmos. For the universe never allows betrayal without reason, never permits deception without purpose. It is all part of a divine choreography, written long before you took your first breath. You, Scorpio, were born under the sign of transformation, the phoenix who must burn in order to rise, the serpent who must shed its skin to grow, the alchemist who turns poison into medicine. Betrayal, as cruel as it feels, is not punishment but preparation, a sacred initiation designed to carve away illusions so that only truth remains. Every mask that falls from another's face reveals not just who they are, but who you are becoming. Stronger, wiser, sharper, more aligned with your destiny. The universe places deceivers in your path, not to destroy you, but to awaken you, to sharpen your sight, to remind you of the power you carry within. Imagine the karmic wheel turning, lifetimes of lessons converging into this single moment, where you are confronted with the choice to remain in shadows or step boldly into light. What feels like betrayal is often liberation in disguise. What feels like loss is often the hand of destiny, clearing space for something greater, more aligned, more authentic. The cosmos is whispering, do not fear what is leaving, for it was never meant to stay. Do not mourn what is revealed, for truth is always a blessing, even when it burns. Scorpio, you are not a victim of betrayal, you are a participant in transformation, and this pain is simply the fire that tempers the steel of your soul. See beyond the immediate wound, and you will realize this is not the end. It is the sacred threshold into your rebirth. Scorpio, now let us unmask the reason behind the deception, for betrayal is rarely random. It is born from shadows within the betrayer's own soul. This man who smiles in your presence yet hides daggers in his heart, acts not out of strength but out of fear, jealousy, and the hunger to possess what he cannot become. Perhaps he envies your resilience, your ability to rise no matter how many times life has tried to break you. Perhaps he fears your light, for it exposes the cracks in his own spirit. Perhaps he carries karmic debts from lifetimes past, drawn to you not to love, but to play out an old contract of testing and awakening. The truth is, Scorpio, people wear masks because they are terrified of being seen for who they truly are. Weak, insecure, hollow. His mask is not power. It is a cage he has built to survive, but in doing so, he has chosen deception over authenticity. You may see him as the wolf in sheep's clothing, or the actor who forgot that the play must end. Yet every hidden intention he carries is being dragged into the light of your awareness. He thought he could play both roles, the friend and the foe, the ally and the saboteur. But the universe will not allow such duplicity to last forever, not when a Scorpio is involved. Remember, his betrayal is not a reflection of your worth, but of his own emptiness. And what he sought to take from you, your trust, your energy, your spirit, will only return to you multiplied, because the cosmos does not let truth remain buried. His mask may have fooled others, but it cannot withstand the piercing eyes of Scorpio any longer. Scorpio, now that the mask has fallen and the hidden intentions are no longer cloaked in shadows, The question becomes not what he did, but what you will do with the truth. And here lies the sacred invitation: to heal, to release, to reclaim yourself. Betrayal has a way of leaving scars that whisper in the quiet, but those scars are not chains. They are reminders of battles survived, proof that your heart has endured storms and still beats with courage. The healing path is not about seeking revenge or carrying the poison of resentment, for to hold on to bitterness is to let the betrayer win twice. Instead, it is about cutting the energetic cords that tied you to his falsehoods, closing the door gently but firmly, and turning your face toward the light of your own freedom. Forgiveness here is not about excusing his actions. It is about choosing peace over poison, about giving yourself permission to be whole again. Imagine yourself standing in front of a mirror, speaking the words, "I see clearly, I trust myself, I protect my peace," and feeling the power of those affirmations seep into your bones, anchoring you back to your center. Healing may ask you to journal your pain, to meditate under the night sky, to cry until the weight lifts, but every small step you take becomes a thread in the tapestry of your renewal. Remember, Scorpio, your power is not in avoiding wounds, but in transmuting them, in turning betrayal into wisdom, loss into liberation, and endings into beginnings. The man may have tried to fool you, but now you rise not as a victim of deception, but as the architect of your healing, walking a path where no mask can dim your light again. Scorpio, as you walk this path of truth and healing, remember you are not walking it alone. For though betrayal often feels isolating, like a wound only you can carry, countless others under the same sky have felt that same sting and risen stronger. And together, your scars form a constellation of resilience that lights up the night. Imagine all the Scorpios around the world gathered beneath the same stars, each of you carrying your own story of trust broken, of masks unveiled, of pain endured. Yet instead of crumbling, you shine brighter because of it, your wounds glowing like sacred markings of survival. This is why we gather here in this space to remind one another that betrayal is not the end of our story, but the beginning of our awakening. You are part of a tribe, a family of souls who understand the depth of your struggle, who feel your silence, who know the fire in your heart because it burns within theirs too. Let this be your sanctuary, a place where you can release the weight without fear of judgment. A place where your voice matters, where your story has the power to heal someone else who is listening right now, perhaps broken, perhaps lost, but waiting for a sign that they are not alone. Share in the comments what your intuition has revealed, what lessons betrayal has taught you, what strength you discovered in yourself when you thought you had none. For your words may be the very medicine another Scorpio needs tonight. Together we rise, together we heal, and together we remind the universe that no mask, no man, no deception can silence the power of a Scorpio spirit united in truth. Scorpio, as this message draws to its close, remember that the betrayal revealed to you is not the end of your journey, but the key that unlocks your rebirth. A final chance given by the universe to step out of illusion and into truth. To no longer be fooled by the mask of a man who was never worthy of your trust. This is your turning point, the moment where you choose not to be broken, but to be awakened, where you recognize that every deception uncovered is a blessing in disguise, clearing the way for authentic love, genuine connection, and a future that aligns with the highest version of yourself. Hold your head high, Scorpio, because your power has not been taken, it has been reclaimed. The universe sees your courage, your spirit, your resilience, and it is preparing doors of opportunity, love, and abundance that could never open while you were entangled in lies. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, and your heart with me today. For by listening, you are not just receiving guidance, you are actively shifting your destiny. If this message spoke to you, do not let it fade into silence. Affirm your power by typing in the comments, "I trust my intuition." Because the moment you declare it, the energy within you strengthens and ripples across this community. And if you found truth, healing, or clarity here, please like this video, share it with someone who may need it, and subscribe to join our Scorpio family where no one walks this path alone. Until we meet again, may your heart remain guarded yet open to miracles. May your spirit rise above deception, and may you walk forward with the fierce, unshakable strength that only a Scorpio carries.